Hi everyone, my name is Janine and welcome to the first video on my channel. And for the first video, I wanted to talk about how I got into a writing routine. So for the longest time, I've always wanted to write a novel of... Oh my God. This is Mochi. She's my corgi pom and she's a little too excited. Okay, stay. So writing was always something that I wanted to do. I knew that someday I wanted to write a novel or tell a story of some sort. I just love the way that stories in the past have inspired me and how fictional characters just stay with me even though they don't exist in the real world. That was something that always fascinated me, so I wanted to do the same. I wanted to just invest the time to finally start developing my writing craft. So the first step that I wanted to take was to participate in National Novel Writing Month. My friend Chin Lin told me about this challenge a few years ago, and it's when aspiring writers try to get to 50,000 words in the month of November. And a lot of people's NaNoWriMo projects have actually turned into published novels. So I thought that was really cool. One of my favorite ones was, is Erin Morgenstern's The Night Circus. That was her NaNoWriMo project. So I thought, why not? I'll just give it a try. In preparation for NaNoWriMo, the first thing I had to do was organize my ideas into one place. And so I went out and bought this purple notebook, which is designated as my brainstorm notebook. And I ended up just jotting my ideas randomly throughout 2019, and they were all over the place. They were in different notebooks, notepads, and also craft paper where I would just brainstorm on the floor and free write. And my ideas came from my travel inspiration in 2019. First, I went to New York City for the first time to watch the BTS concert, which was amazing. And just exploring the city was great. And then I also went to Manila in the Philippines to visit family. And we had a stopover as well in South Korea. And if you haven't been, the Incheon airport is like one of the best airports in the world. So after these travels, I experienced a lot of challenges in 2019, a lot of ups and downs, and whenever I felt bad, I would just free write things. And what I found was that a lot of these ideas were reoccurring, and which means that they stayed with me and I knew that something was there. And so I ended up dividing these, I organized these ideas by setting, character, plot, and other things as such. And from this, I was able to create an outline. Now that I had my outline done, it was time to actually write the first chapter. And so on day one, I struggled so much. Anything I wrote down, I just thought it was complete crap and I didn't like. I just had a lot of like doubt and I would criticize myself and it was really hard just to get words down on paper. I just thought, yeah, it just wasn't good enough. So by day 10, I didn't like where the draft was going. I just didn't think it was good. And so I started over from scratch. And so you can imagine I probably didn't get to 50,000 words, but on day 10 I restructured the plot. I added more characters and then I rewrote my outline as well. And then after that, I was able to get a clearer picture of what I wanted the story to be. There was a lot more at stake for the protagonist. It was more defined between the 2 points of views. I have 2 protagonists. It's written from 2 points of views. And it was a lot more defined and organized. And after day 10, when I started over, it was a lot better. When I got the first chapter written down, I was actually really happy with the description and the way it started and the setting, and I liked where it was going a lot. At the end of the 30 days, on November 30th. I got to about 2,500 words, nowhere close to 50,000, but I still considered it a win, like a big win, because I felt like I built a lot of momentum just getting started and just organizing the story. And for me personally, I think that I start slow in the beginning, and then as I get more immersed in the process, then I can probably get a lot more words flowing. What was important to me is that I got into the habit of writing and I got a writing routine down. I wrote from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. in the morning, like almost every other day. I was really proud of that because I'm a night owl and I hate the mornings. And so if I can force myself to write during that time, then I felt confident that I can just keep going. So with that being said, I still learned a lot just by getting started. I learned that that putting the timer down, so treating it like a time writing, helps me push past the resistance of procrastinating or just getting started. It helped me get some words down, and after a few times, usually I won't need the timer anymore. And then the second thing was if I write the story down first by hand as opposed to typing it directly, then I can process it a lot better. And so now I have like a system. So I'll refer to my outline, and then I'll handwrite the first draft, and then I'll type it up. So writing it out first helps me, it's just a lot better. It helps me process the story a lot better and just take the time to think about it. And then the third thing I learned, okay, I decided to write the major scenes first, and then I'll start with that. So I'll do all the major scenes because I don't know how everything is gonna come together, but there's just scenes in my mind that I want to happen. And then in the end, I'll probably rearrange it and then just fill in between to make sure that it flows. So overall, I was happy that I got into a writing routine, and I just wanted to kind of enjoy the journey of working on my craft. And for me, as long as I'm showing up for the work, then I'm happy with myself, that I can express my creativity, that I can develop a story, and hopefully someday I can share it. I'm just gonna have fun with it. Are any of you guys seasoned NaNoWriMo participants? Have you won NaNoWriMo? Do you have tips? Or do you have a story you want to write someday and what's holding you back? Would love to hear about other people's journey and where you are. Thanks for watching my first video. I'm gonna try to post about one video per month. So subscribe and like and share.